All right, my people, there's this thing I wanted to talk about even earlier before now until I saw this video. Yes, it's about the price of things, the way price of things are increasing exponentially, especially the rent. The rent, it is becoming something else in this country.
And I'm so overwhelmed because this is literally my first time doing this adulthood thing alone. This is my first time moving out of my family house.
Well, I don't know what the government can do about it, but I believe that the government can do something in that regards. Yes, the other day I was discussing with somebody, and before now I used to believe I have that ideology of if you are living in a capitalist economy, you allow demand and supply to determine the price of things. So, but when I was having discussion with one of a subscriber to YangaLife, and the person talked something that entered my ears. He said, what if demand and supply keep determining the price? How much is the salary of an ordinary government worker? How much? Then he talked about the way the prices are increasing. That the way prices are increasing, how many people, how many government workers can be able to, pay such a price for rent if you are not stealing government money or if you are not stealing from somewhere? How much can a civil servant be able to provide from the salary to make up an annual rent of 800,000, 1 million? How much is the salary? An average civil servant salary. Are we talking about the percentage of increment in the food items in the market and other items in the market? If it has gone up of, let's say, 500%, if government want to add money to their salary, probably they will not add more than 50%. How can you compare 50% increment in salary to about 500% or 300% increment of things in the market? Is it not indirect way of telling somebody to find a way to survive? That's what it means. They are indirectly telling people to look for a way to survive. You see? Then he also said something, the guy. He said, it means that those people that can afford it, many of them are not sincere. What they are getting is not a sincere money. That something is behind it, the money that they are getting. In fact, he said Yahoo boys. If it's only Yahoo boys that can afford rent, it means that we are turning our cities into criminality. That is it. So I believe that government can do something about this incessant increment in things like rent, things in the market, and every other things that people can use in their daily activities. Now, there is this video of yesterday where this lady, a youth couple, she was crying. In fact, I was touched about that video. She was crying that she cannot, afford to buy a crate of egg that they were saying is 6,500 naira. She was, in fact, I was really touched. I said, well, since I have it in mind, I want to say something about this rent. Let me use this opportunity to, say it now openly. That are we on the right track? And from the way things are going, is there any light at the end of the tunnel? It looks like every day the thing is getting worse in Nigeria. So let's hear this lady, what she has to say.
I genuinely feel so overwhelmed, and I feel like if a lot of Nigerians come out and start speaking on what we are actually going through, then maybe changes will be made in the government. Don't you guys think? And this video, I just want to say to our president, I don't know if there have been any other president that is terrible, but you are such a terrible president. It is so hard. So I'm coming from the supermarket where I went to get foodstuffs, and everything has gone up again. It's just like every single week prices increase. I want to know, what is the government doing about this increment? Is there going to be a particular time where prices will stop going up? Is there going to be a particular time where things are going to go back? Guys, why am I going to get a crate of egg and they're telling me it is 6.5? It doesn't make any sense that egg will cost 6.5. Like, I literally can't remember when egg used to cost 800. And I'm so overwhelmed because this is literally my first time doing this adulthood thing alone. This is my first time moving out of my family house. This is my first time living by myself. And not just that, after I left the supermarket and I got home, my security is bringing NEPA bill, and NEPA bill has gone up by 2 times. Like, it's insane. I can't keep up with these bills. I am so overwhelmed and I'm so exhausted. Every single money that I have been making, I'm using it to pay bills. I don't even get to live properly. The craziest thing was, you want to go out to a certain location with your friends, and Uber is about 25,000. Like, even Uber, that we can't even take Uber. It is crazy. Like, why are things so expensive? And let's not even Lagos stinks. Lagos smells like shit. If you say, okay, I want to take a walk, I'm depressed, let me just take a walk, you can't even take a walk. Like, the place smells like crazy. Why does an entire state smell like this? And what is the government doing about the bad smell? Everything is just so overwhelming. You want to start up a business, and now you have to take a loan to start up a business, and the loan, you don't even know if you can actually repay it, because the business, I don't know, I'm just so tired. Like, why is no one saying anything about it? Being an NYSC copper, there's nothing beneficial about this whole NYSC thing. The money I spend on transportation is just more than the alawi the government gives me. Like, it doesn't, I can't keep up. Like, I'm so tired of this bill and I can't keep up. I am overwhelmed and I'm tired, I'm exhausted. It's too much, and I wish that we would start calling the government out heads on. For example, Tinubu, you are a terrible president. Like, what are you doing to help us? What are you doing to help the economy? You are so terrible. I'm so sick and tired of Nigerians acting like we are strong, and they say, oh, Nigerians, we are actually very strong. Oh, no matter how much they increase things, we still chest it. No, it is not cute. We are cowards. That is a cowardly behavior. You don't stand to ask people, oh, why is this expensive? For example, MTN, what the fuck is even going on? Literally, I spend over like 20,000 on data in a week, and I'm not even joking. 1.5 data cannot even last me for an entire day. I have to do 1.5 like 2 times a day, which is like 3,000 a day. It is too much. Like, what are you guys doing about it? Like, what is happening? I'm tired of paying bills. I feel like I don't have anything. I feel like I don't have any achievement to call my own. Every single time that I work hard, I'm spending it back in the economy to pay bills, and I wasn't created to pay bills. I'm just really tired, and I just want our money to count for something. And when is the government going to actually start working? Because Nigerians are so classist. Everybody now wants to behave as if they are rich. Everybody is faking wealth, but we are ending up being poor because we are struggling so hard to look rich. We're ending up being poor. So I need us as Nigerians to please start calling the government out. We should be tired of this by now. We need to call the government out. Prices need to start one place. Food needs to start one place. The economy needs to start one place. Like, we are tired. It's just too much. The more you work hard to achieve something, the higher it gets. The dream car that I was saving money for has literally gone double. I can't even afford it anymore. Instead, I'm going to use my money to buy, to just keep paying bills. And now house rent is double. Like, I am so sick and I'm so tired of this. And I really need the government to intervene because I am so overwhelmed.
So after she said I made that video, she got a threat within 24 hours from the NYSC. Well, that's what she said from the video. So, but, well, that is not quite a solution to the problem. So let us also hear from that video what she has to say about that threat that was given to her. Please, my people, is this way forward? Is it how we are going to move forward in this country? Please, if you feel that this thing does not concern you, don't continue watching this video. But if you feel that these things, that you are part of the problem, as in you are part of the country we are talking about, that if my neighbor is not living fine, me too, in a matter of time, it will still affect me. If you watch what is happening now, the thing is moving forward, as in different class of people is being affected with what is happening. So don't feel that you are not part of it. We are all in this situation. So if you feel that you are part of it, that you want to contribute, let's hear what you want to say in the comment section. Please, let's hear this lady out. Thank you.
So, guys, yesterday I made a video talking about the Nigerian government and how terrible President Tinubu is, and I was crying in the video. So, 30 minutes ago, I just received a call from the NYSC board, starting with the secretariat before the LGI, and for the secretariat, for the NYSC secretariat, I'm going to attach what she said, some of the things she said, so you guys will hear.
Are you normal?
I wasn't insulting the president, ma. I was only asking for accountability.
Hold down that rubbish you put there.
Ma, are you threatening me?
Hold down that rubbish. You are not talking to your mate.
Ma, she called me and she was shouting and she was threatening me to take down the video. And in my first mind, I'm like, wait, how did they get my phone number? And then I realized that every NYC copper has to fill a file with your phone number and your address. I'm like, these people actually have my house address and they know where I'm staying. And now they have started calling me first to threaten me. It is so bad that you can't even just speak up about the government because they feel like they have chains to hold you. You're already calling me to threaten me. And this is, I will literally attach what she said so you guys can hear. She was telling me that I was insulting the president. I never insulted the president. I said he's terrible. That is not an insult. It is a statement, and I did not go on and start saying, oh, Tinubu, you're this, you're that. I just said he's a terrible president. And it's okay for a body to identify that, okay, this person is actually terrible at their job. So why is it a problem that the NYC government, NYC secretariat, or NYC board will call me to threaten me? Like, why is that okay? That I can't speak up for something that is directly hurting me? Why is it okay that they will call me to threaten me under 24 hours that I made a video? Why can't Nigerians speak up? Why are they holding us in chains? Why do they feel like everything that we do, they have ways to control us? Let me tell you guys something, NYC board or whatever. If you guys have come together and maybe you're not calling me one by one to threaten me, that's fine. You can do whatever you want to do. Because I know that you guys already have plans. This one is calling me, the next person is calling me, that's fine. But now I'm putting it out here so you guys will see and you guys will know. NYSC, they have my house address and they are started calling me to threaten me. So in case anything happens, you will be very much aware where the problem started. Because I did not say anything I shouldn't have said. The Nigerian government are not doing anything about the inflation that is happening. And it's causing us to be very depressed. I am depressed and my bank account is going to zero and I still have to live every day. And I'm asking the Nigerian government to do something about the inflation. And instead of me to get a call and say, okay, we are working on it, I'm getting a call saying that, oh, you're very stupid. Why did you do that to Tinubu? Take down that video. You did this, you did that. I just want you guys to know that this is what the NYC board are doing. And in case anything happens to me, because they have my address, you guys know who to hold accountable.
So my people, you have heard it all, and I don't think that is the solution to the present situation that we are now. People are feeling this thing more than they are expressing. It's very obvious. So, but what I'm trying to say is that even if the federal government is not ready to do something, people of Southeast and Anambra in particular can start doing something. I know if that has been tabled in the front of Governor Chosoludo, I know he would like to do one or two things in that regard, because these are the things that affects people. Yes, extremely affecting people's life, and and he's an economist. Yeah, I think he should know what to do. Soludo is an economist, and these things are happening in our own very eyes. Though it's not an easy thing to tackle, it's hydra-headed situation, but we can be doing something to help ourselves, like this rent control and regulation. Actually, we can implement some laws that limit how much landlord can increase rent annually. You know, you find out people just wake up, some landlords just wake up within 1 year, 2 years, they have increased their rent more than 200%. Yes, it is happening, and not to every landlord. Many of them are doing that. Then what about tenement protections? Do we still have tenement protection laws? I'm talking about specifically in terms of housing, because this is where it hits people terribly bad, that people are confused, with what rent is happening, what the situation of renting houses in this country now. We can ensure that there are fair eviction processes and prevent sudden and excessive rent hike. Government can do that. Well, then what about developing affordable housing to compete with private landlords and keep rents reasonable? Yes, government can do construct, build houses, massive land, build houses, let people go there and stay and live. Yes, the targets can be the civil servants and the public servants. That should be the target in this massive housing estate that they can build. Then, what about collaboration with the public sectors to build and construct buildings? Then, what if government decide to regulate the real estate markets? Anti-speculation laws prevent property hoarding and price manipulation by wealthy investors. Then government can decide to use this system again, taxation on vacant properties, discourage landlords from leaving houses empty to drive up rent. Yes, that's another strategy that government can use to tackle these issues. Then strengthening the economy, the higher wages and job creation, increase minimum wage and create more employment opportunities. These days, the minimum wage have been increased. How much? Wano ego ne? That is the issue. Ego ne can increase. Here, then I feel even increase. At what rate? That is the point. I've said this thing earlier. Then inflation control, manage inflation to prevent excessive rent increases. Then is government supporting the small businesses? Well, I think the small businesses need more support from the government. Thank God we have an economist as the governor. You know, I like our people so much. We don't virtually hope for federal government to do things for us. We usually go into our own initiative and be helping ourselves. Yes, we can help businesses to grow so people can afford housing costs. Then I also want to make this point, increasing housing supply. Yes, government can actually increase the housing supply by incentives for developers. Give them incentive, probably through registering of their properties and the rest of them. They know how to do that. Offer tax breaks or subsidies to encourage the construction of affordable housing. Then what about land reforms? Make land acquisition easier and cheaper for developers focused on low-cost housings. Well, with the things I've said so far, I believe that if the government can do some of these things, it's going to help the people, at least the people of Southeast, before talking about Nigeria at large, to alleviate some of these problems that people are passing through now. Well, I'm still Chinedu. Let me hear you talk in the comment section. Thank you.